Hello people, today I have with us the EXM E7R from 30 Minute Missions. That is the Spinadia Reaper type. Now there's a couple of write-ups on this one. Let's go ahead and read up on the Spinadia again in case you guys didn't hear about it before. Spinadia is an X-Max developed by the Maxion forces. Compared to the EXM A9 Spinadio, the Spinadia has a design focused more on mobility than offensive capabilities. Similar to Spinadio, it can equip additional armaments without removing basic exterior armor, and can equip or remove depending on the battle situation to gain to superiority in combat. It overwhelms enemy units with its extraordinary mobility and swiftly takes over battlefields. Specifically to the Reaper type, this is a special Spinadia model that can display high offense and mobile capabilities on any battlefield. It can operate in various battle situations thanks to a special armament that can switch between lance mode and axe mode, an armor that can separate and function as a support mecha. Enemy forces have struggled to counter the unit due to its countless attack patterns and ambush tactics carried out at night, resulting in the machine worthy of the Reaper in its name. I really love the write-ups on these things. They always say that whatever it is, it's going to be the best. It's always dominating in the field. It's the best thing that you've ever seen. But that's pretty funny. They can't all be the best. That's what I'm saying. Still, the Spinadias are my favorite. Spinadio and Spinadia are just so cool. So, I just love the way they look. They're so spindly, so thin, but they still look powerful. They still have that beefy look to them. They look alien, but they still look humanoid. I love them. I cannot get enough of them. These are awesome looking things. I've covered the articulation on these things before, so I don't think I'm going to do that again now, but I do really love the color scheme on this, and this lavender light purple color here and the darker purple here. Really nice. When you add the armor on it, man, it really pops. This one is one of the best designs for the Spinadias that I have seen as far as colorway. And now it might seem simple, you have the light on the top and the purple in the middle, and back to light again, but it does have layering to it. So, you have the purple here, purple there, purple here, purple on the feet. It's very cool. I really love the way this looks. That color is just so lush to me. I love the way it looks. So beautiful. I know I'm gushing about a color on a model kit, and you can literally paint these any color you want, but I love it. But I think that's enough for now. I know you guys want to see what it looks like in Reaper mode, so let me go ahead and change it out, and I will show you what that looks like. We'll get to a size comparison, and then we will finish up. And here she is again with all her armor on. Like I said, she is super cool, super sharp. I really like those wings, that bat-like aesthetic. The Reaper motif is just so strong with this one. The axe can be turned into the scythe, or you can, pivot these ones any way you'd like to get her to pose in her Reaper-like mode. This is definitely one of the cooler 30-minute missions kits out there, bordering on fantasy figures, I really dig it though. I really dig it though. It's just so sharp, really nice colors. It's so cool. Now, this kind of thing actually triggers some people to think of the 30-minute sisters as a Maxion forces, or similar to it. In my opinion, I don't think that's quite right. I have my own little headcanon on that one. They do say because of the insignias, things like that. I'm not going to get into all that here. I probably will make a lore video on these guys eventually. That'd be a lot of fun to try out. In fact, I was discussing it on one of the 30-minute missions wargaming channel on Discord. So that'll be fun to do in the near future. But for now, let me go ahead and cover what the new armor does. So, unlike most of the other armor sets that you see on Spinadio and Spinadia, these wings actually don't cover up her shoulders. So you still use the small shoulders that are the default when you build a Spinadia. Everything is attached instead. Oop, there goes her hand. to this unit here. So you can actually take it right off of her back like so, just the one peg that's holding it together. And you can make a flight unit with this one actually, so you can get that one separately. I'll show that one to you in a little bit, but I want to do a size comparison with her armor on before we get to that point. So cool though. And of course, in addition to that, you have the nice looking faceplate here that just covers up her head. It's not a helmet, it's just a faceplate. You got a chest plate here that I didn't cut the nub all the way off of. We got 2 hip guards, the front guard and the rear guard. This one got upgraded from the one that was already on it. And we have, of course, the really nice staff, which turns from a halberd to a scythe to a mega size poleaxe. Very, very cool weapon. Very, very cool. I just really love the way this one looks. And of course, you can tilt this one out however you'd like to, because it is infinitely variable. Or you can completely remove this bat section off, and then you have just a spear. And her hand likes to come off. I must have trimmed it a little bit too much. These wings, I can see a lot of customs being made in the future with these really cool sections. I think if you get a 3mm peg in the inside here, you could probably use that as a hip dressing. Like instead of this wing, you could probably port it on maybe her back here and use it as a skirt. I think that would be really nice. Let's see if I can get that camera to focus. I was just looking at the model. But yeah, no, I think that would be a really fun one to try out in the future. Something like that. But as it is designed for her wing section, like I said. And there's a lot of joints on this one, so be careful with how fidgety it might be. But at the end of the day, it is connected with just the one attachment there. And then it kind of wraps around her arm, and you can use her arm freely after you move everything in place. Like so. It's a really easy transition, and I really like how effective it is. Her regular Spinadia form is really changed. The silhouette is vastly different than how it was before. I really like that. Even though there isn't anything to do with her legs or her arms, it's just a different unit. So before I close out, let me go ahead and do that size comparison. Here is the GBN Gundam, Gundam Base Gundam. I think that's what it's called. I swear to God, I need to look it up again. I had it written down. I don't know where I put the paper. Here she is next to the Earth Alliance member Alto. So the short guy over here. Another guy with the scythe. We got Jinrai. And that was Jinrai from the Frame Arms series, 1/100 scale. Here she is next to the Architect from Frame Arms Girl. Standing in front of her now is the Hexagear Governor Nero, just up to her thigh. Last but not least, here is the Master Grade Gundam Alex, which really is big. Alright, and her mecha support unit here. I would say Roy, but he's not a Roy. Let's see. He is her back armor, her butt cover, and part of her axe. So you do get a really cool looking little bat type looking mecha. There's a specific piece for your base. There's a specific piece for your base that you would use to support him. Unfortunately, this one is too big to fit in here. Actually, I can kind of make it work to plug that one in. So you have your model support base here, and that kind of holds him up. But with this one in particular, it's going to make him a little wonky. This one's a very cheap one. Of course, you're going to use a better one for it, and you'll be able to line things up properly. It tells you in the directions how to do it. But it's not bad looking, and I do really like the spear on its own. It's not a bad looking spear at all. In all, though, I think the Spinadia is best with all the armor displayed on her. That is probably the best bet. This one's a little silly, but it's not bad. I don't hate it at all. And I think I've seen this one around too. On Twitter, I thought I saw a couple of them, which means you're going to have a couple of these Spinatias just for this. But if you just put these two together, that's not a bad looking unit either. Just a little bat. And that's just what the tip of the spear looks like without that in there. But again, I think that the best way to do it is to have all of it all in one. That's probably the best look. I'm trying to balance that one on there. Not such luck. I could probably put it here. There we go. Get that out of the way. That's a nice picture. So with her armor on, I think that's the best look for her. That said, with these options, I think you have plenty to play with, plenty to go ahead and delve into to see what you like best. I personally do like everything on it. Mix her with the Spinatio Knight type. Mix her up with the Sengoku type. That would be really cool too. Get some more armor pads on there. Some layered armor, that lamellar stuff. Looks really cool. I think, though, it's really great out of the box. One of the best 30-minute missions kits I have ever seen. That said, I will probably leave this review here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely, you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.